Welcome back, everybody. Pink Lemon here, and today I am bringing you an unboxing of Beyblade X's latest and greatest defense type, SphinxCowl 980 Gear Needle. I don't know about greatest, but it is the latest, and I've got here a full set of SphinxCowl, so one of each of the bays included in the random booster, a crowd, a gaggle of sphinxes. I don't know, what would you call a group of sphinxes? But I'm super excited because this bay has all new parts and some of my personal favorite, highly anticipated parts, so let's just get straight into it. SphinxCowl is a right-spinning defense type owned by Zonamos Nekoyama, who we saw in the manga and in the anime recently as the runner of the Riddle and Bay attraction, before getting recruited by Burn Fujiwara into Team Yggdrasil. As we can see, we got the SphinxCowl blade, which looks very promising, 980, which I don't know why, but I'm super hyped about this ratchet, and Gear Needle, which is going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Gear Needle performs. So, without further ado, let's just open these up. And bam, we have all of the random boosters out on the table, ready to open, and because I know which one is which, let's start off with the prize. With this, Team Yggdrasil is now complete, because we have the blade. Let me get the focus right. SphinxCowl! Wow, that is an impressive looking blade. This looks way better than even in the anime or even the promotional stuff. Wow, and I don't even mind that brown. It's like a cola brown. That's so good. And the shape of this too, I'm really excited for this because it's gonna be, the shape is almost, honestly similar to Rhino Horn, with those sort of like really rough edges, but it's round enough that I think this is gonna be really good for counterattacking without losing too much stamina and just obliterating itself like Rhino Horn. Wow, this is awesome. Next up, my most anticipated part for this release out of all the new parts, 980, which I'm super excited about. And the reason I'm excited about something that's really just an 80 height ratchet, because, you know, ratchets usually aren't that excited, is because I love 80 height combos and I love trying to get them to work. The only problem is that the problem with 80 height combos is that they have terrible burst resistance. And now that we have a 9 ratchet, this sort of fixes that problem and I can start labbing out more 80 height combos. So look forward to seeing that in the future. And finally, of our new parts, we have Gear Needle, which I really don't know what to expect from Gear Needle because the whole point of needle bits is that, you know, they have that slope, so they're meant to, you know, wobble around and, you know, face forward to be defensive. But with Gear Needle, this sort of ridge will increase surface area contact and might lose you more stamina than you'll get out of sort of the counterattackingness with the gear. And it's also a very familiar looking bit.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
It reminds me of W2D from the Metal Fight series, and we'll have to see if it gives any extra LAD and that actually functions, or the ridge just makes it scrape more. So now that we have all the parts, let's put it together. Ratchet into blade, and bit into ratchet, and boom, that is SphinxCowl 980 Gear Needle. Altogether, the colors are like, they're loud, and I didn't think they could get like yellowish, brownish hues to work, but they complement each other really well, and even with the blue. And wow, looking at the side profile of this bay, that is a rough side profile. I think this is going to be great for defense and great for counterattacking, and feeling it, ooh, this is pretty heavy too, and the roundness is going to help with stamina. So altogether, I think this is going to be a great defense type bay, and I think Beyblade X is sorely in need of more great defense types, especially with how aggressive it is. So now that we've unboxed this, let's do the rest of the recolors. And bam, there you have it, the two SphinxCowl recolors, one black and one white. And I gotta say, this white one's kind of winning. This white one is beautiful. It's amazing. We got to see a little bit of it in the anime with the one owned by that Yeti, but it's also kind of these recolors are also a little bit disappointing because this black one doesn't have much to show. Black 480, I mean, and a spare high taper is nice, but otherwise the black one's not, you know, as good as the white one. But even the white one, it's like, This is a really nice 580. It's nice to have two white ratchets, this 580 and then the 560 on UnicornSting. And then I guess a white orb is nice, although no one's really using orb. It would have been nice to get a white 980, like the one that's on that Yeti, the Yeti Bay used in the anime. That would have been really nice, because the base 980, which, although it looks nice on SphinxCowl, on any other Bay it might look a bit weird. So, now that we have unboxed all of the SphinxCowls, we're going to put this new Bay to the test with some quick test battles to put its defense to the metal, and see how all these new parts operate, especially Gear Needle and especially this new blade. So, I will see you guys at the stadium. Bam! Here we are in the stadium with our newly unboxed SphinxCowl, and we're going to do a quick test battle to see how well its defenses are up against our also newly unboxed UnicornSting, because now Team Yggdrasil is complete, and we're going to battle them against each other. It's going to be a quick best of 4. Let's get straight into it. Here comes SphinxCowl, looks excellent spinning in the stadium. Here comes UnicornSting, a balanced type but still aggressive enough. Oh, and it immediately hits an X dash, and SphinxCowl was not able to counter or defend. Alright, here comes SphinxCowl. Now, judging by its base shape, it does seem like it's going to have some pretty high recoil for a defense type. But it did just manage to tank those X dashes and get UnicornSting completely off balance with that extra height. And I will note, SphinxCowl is pretty tall. Oh, and here we're seeing the ridge of SphinxCowl, the ridge of Gear Needle actually helping it maintain stamina instead of getting rid of it with its surface damage. Okay, it's 2-1. SphinxCowl back in the stadium. Would be nice to see a Gear Needle X dash. And here comes UnicornSting, going straight for an X dash. Oh, and SphinxCowl gets a burst on UnicornSting, which is sort of what SphinxCowl was advertised to do, was that its shape could burst its opponents. And we're seeing a demonstration of just how good that really is. It is now 2-3 for SphinxCowl. If SphinxCowl can win one more, it can beat UnicornSting. Here we go, UnicornSting, X-dashing again, blocking it. Oh, and SphinxCowl, unfortunately, with its high recoil, because let me remind you, dear viewers, that this shape is rough. That's going to have some high recoil, especially on an 80 height. Ratchet was not able to defeat UnicornSting. So, that was our quick test battle and unboxing of SphinxCowl, and even though it could beat UnicornSting, I think against a pure attack type, or even a stamina type, SphinxCowl can definitely have some good potential with this extra high recoil, and I think if you change the parts around, we can make a really good counter-attacking defense type with this, better than it already is. It was a shame that we didn't get to see Gear Needle X-Dash, but it was cool that I was sort of disproven. The needle still does let it tip over and bend down to defend, and the ridge doesn't, the extra surface area doesn't hurt its stamina too much. That's enough out of me though. What do you guys think of SphinxCowl, and what kind of custom combos would you like to see with it in the future? Because I might make a video on it. Until next time, I've been a Pink Lemon. Make sure you guys subscribe if you enjoyed the content and you want to see some custom combos with this Bay, and I hope you have a great day.